Hi everyone. Today's daily pattern is Toffee by Aishwarya Darba. It's a lovely little organic tangle. Oops, sorry about the glare. Today is a delightfully rainy day in sunny Southern California, and yeah, it's really wet, and I've had to turn on all the lights so I can see what I'm doing, but that causes glare in places that I'm not expecting, so I apologize if I get glare. First step is to do a couple of little parallel lines close together, making sort of a stem. Second step is to do sort of an S on this side and a backwards S on that side. And then do some auras or echoes around. And then in here, make little circular bits right there. No, don't know if you can even really see them. There you go. Now you can see them. So you've got this bulbous shape with these little stems. Okay. Step 4. And that's pretty much it. Looks like step 4, you can add as many stems as you want. Just, it looks like you should, yeah. So it's sort of an organic tangle. Here it is shown with a variety of other things. It's kind of fun. We'll see what happens when I start to draw, because you know me, it will probably turn out to be something completely different. Sorry, I'm going to give myself a little drink here. All right, let's get started. Do I want any kind of string or guideline or box or anything today? I'm not sure that I do. So I'm just going to start and see what occurs. All right. Zoom in just a titch here. We're going to do one right here. A stem. And then on that stem, we're going to do this sort of backwards S shape. Like so. All right. And then on this side, we're going to do 1 and 2. And here we're going to go 1 and 2. I like that they can be organic and fluid. You know me, I love my organic tiles. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And then just a little sort of a stem thingy. Little circles. And that's the basic tangle right there. I think I'm going to add to this one. I'm going to come around and come around. And here and here. Going to do that. And maybe something like that. Kind of finish it off. Okay. And now I'm just going to do some more randomly. I think that will be good. Okay. Going to pretend it's coming out from there. It's going to be behind there. Okay, and I'm going to stick one in here, maybe going this way. Okay, and one's gonna go kind of this way. Nothing says that those little parallel lines have to be straight, so I'm gonna have sort of a curvy one. That, right? And maybe I'll have it going this way. Nobody says it all has to go the right side up either. As long as they're evenly done on both sides. I'm gonna put 3 on that side, I'm gonna put 3 on that side, right? And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Make sure that there's some sort of top to it. These are pretty fun, easy to do, something that's easy to remember. That's always important. Just gonna go with a little bit more organic. A little bit more flow to my lines. Now that I feel comfortable with the pattern, I can really get more creative with it. Okay, one there, and one there, and one there, one here, and here, and here. I think compositionally that looks good. I think it needs to sit on something. It needs to be something behind. I think I'm just going to go with some simple ripped screen. I like that tangle a lot. Mostly because it's just simple and easy to do and I don't have to think a whole lot about it. And I can just kind of tuck it into places. And if you're not familiar with ripped screen, it's basically lines that go in a crosshatch manner with some of them having a missing bit. And that's really all that it is. So I'm just gonna make me some ripped screen here. Kind of goes in a square-ish thing around my tangle. See, I'm trying to think, is this got a spot? Is that between two? Yes, it is. Just trying to keep track of what's in front and what's behind. Oop, my angle changed a little bit. Oh well, that's okay. Try to keep the same angle when I do that tangle, but apparently I didn't. Didn't keep the same angle. Oh well. Okay. Time for a little drink. Sorry. I don't usually have, well, I usually have water with me, but I don't usually stop and drink during my thing, but I'm feeling a bit parched today. And then you just go the other direction for ripped screen. Kind of random. Super simple, but it gives you a good effect. See how easy that is? I didn't have to think a whole lot. The hardest part is remembering what is in a background. And then when I come and do my shading, I'll make sure that I shade around my objects so that they stand out from the background. Something like that. Bit of ripped screen in the background. That looks good. Okay, so what's the name of this pattern again? It's called Toffee. Give that a little bit of a shading and call it done for the day. I'm just going to go all the way around my objects to start. Just make them pop off the background. Sure that I'm still on screen here. Ooh. Probably should turn the heater on just a nip, because with it being cold and damp, it just feels cold in here and it's making my fingers a little stiff. Don't like stiff fingers. I think I need to just 1 or 2 degrees would be enough. I do believe right now it's set at 65, 68 would probably be better. Go all the way around, and then I'll do the middle part. And then I'll make sure that the overlaps have plenty of shading as well. And then I will be done. Simple, easy to do one. You guys can do this. I know you can. Don't tell me you can't. Especially if you have never tried. Those of you who say, oh, I like to follow along, but I can't draw. You can draw. You gotta believe in yourself. You can do this. If you can pick up a pen or a pencil, then you can draw. Now, if you physically can't pick up the pen or pencil, I'll give you a pass. Whoa. Sky just opened. Whew. That's loud. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's loud. Yeah, if you can't physically, if you have arthritis or some congenital thing and you can't pick up the pen and the pencil, then I'll give you a pass. Maybe you can't draw. But I've seen lots of videos of people who don't even have arms that find other ways to make art. They use their mouth and their teeth. They use their feet. They find a way. So it might not completely be out of the stretch of your imagination. All you have to do is want it bad enough. You'll figure it out. So if you haven't picked up your pencil or your pen and tried to draw along with me, it's not because you can't. It's because you don't want to. Or because you won't. Not because you can't, but because you won't. My mom never would let me get away with, I can't. She would accept as a excuse. It's not really an excuse, but she would accept the answer I don't want to or I don't feel like it. She would never ever accept I can't. At least not until I actually given it 100% and found that it was out of the range of my capability. Which, of course, I soon discovered most of the time, whatever I said I can't, wasn't because it was out of the range of my possibility. It was just because I didn't feel like it. But she said that she would take I don't feel like it or I don't want to as a thing. I mean, unless it was something that had to be done. You know, can't. It's your turn to do the dishes. Well, I don't feel like it. No. That's not what I mean. I mean, it's something in life that seemed like a daunting task, and I didn't even want to try. You know. She was okay. I understand. You're not up to it today. That's fine. Like, she would respect my personal space that way, which is awesome. But then at the same time, she encouraged me to try to do things that were out of my comfort zone. And sometimes I did them and I enjoyed myself. Sometimes I did them and I didn't enjoy myself. Sometimes I did them and found that I really did not have the aptitude for the particular item that was happening. And sometimes I found that it was just up my alley. So, you know, like I said, don't tell me you can't draw. You can tell me you don't like to draw. You can tell me you are afraid to draw because you're afraid that you're going to stink at it. But don't tell me you can't unless you physically cannot pick up the pen or pencil. Remember, you can come over to my Facebook page, Draw Tangles with Dawn at Facebook, and you can post your stuff over there. You know, if you've drawn along with me, show me. I want to see it. Or if you're in one of the Zentangle Facebook groups, you know, and you haven't posted yet, post. Don't be a lurker. Be brave and post, because you will find I have never in my time in social media, which has not been a huge amount of time, but you know, it has been some time. But in my art groups, in other groups I have had super drama, you know. There have been groups that have had super drama. But in my art groups, there's something about the fact that we've all been there as new artists and been afraid to share because we don't want to get shot down. And there's something about that that creates a community of people who are super caring and who understand how scary it is to do your first post and who really cheer you on. You say, you know, this is my first ever post. I'm nervous. I'm apprehensive. They would totally cheer you on. Be your biggest supporters. I promise you'll find somebody who will say, that is awesome. I am so glad you shared with us. I feel like this needs a little bit darker around this edge right here. I'm just going to come back in and just beef up just this outside one. think that's because of the way I overlapped. I really feel like I want that to pop out more. Usually I don't go back over after I've finished and done the shading part. I don't usually come back with dark, but I just really feel like that needs some emphasis. So I'm just going to come back through, do a little bit of dark here on the edges. Stand back and look at your work. If you can't stand back, well, you can stand back. But sometimes even standing back doesn't help. Sometimes just taking a picture of it. It's amazing what you see. You take a picture of it and you start to post it on social media and you go, wow, I missed a spot. Or, you know, I can see where I could make this darker, or I could blend more, or, you know, that really looks awesome. I really like it. I like it better in a photo than I do in real life. Sometimes that happens to me. I'm just going around the outsides and just really making that outer edge pop. For some reason, it just felt like it was blending in too much to that background. I'll put a little tiny bit more black, and that will make it pop out. There we go. Yeah, much better. Okay, this was a fun little tangle, wasn't it? So that was Toffee. Easy to do, you guys can do it. There you go. Fun little organic tangle. I'm not too sure why it's called Toffee, but perhaps she had some little wrapped candies, little toffees that were wrapped in cellophane. That could be, huh? Okay, you guys have a really blessed day. I will try to stay dry, although I'm not sure I can. Whew. I do have to go out in it. I have to go to work soon, so hopefully I'll have an uneventful drive to work, and you guys have a blessed day. I hope that you're staying warm and dry this winter, and if you are on the other side of the world and it's currently summer, I hope you're staying cool. Yeah. You guys have a really great day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.